Shouts out to everybody out there in the world who definitely have standards. Um, there are certain people with different characteristics that if you're not careful, you will be omitted from. So if you're not careful about what you're doing and what life you're leading, this will be the end all be all of everything of human existence, right? Because if you don't have a moral compass and you're not about character as a human being, then whatever you stand for will be omitted every time. What's up, Nicole? Now, the Hamlin situation got a lot of attention, but was immediately met with, oh, we got to run this double standard now. It's often about, let's bash this young man. Let's go against someone who fought for their lives, like he ran a con or something. Now, what was the narrative? He was a clone. He really died. This is an actor. It's not him. Somebody else is in a hoodie who's waving their hands. That's the NFL. Okay? The NFL did that. The NFL wanted to exploit this young man. Instead of praising the people that saved his life, they wanted to exploit him. So let that sink in. Forget the young heroes who fought valiantly to save his life so that we wouldn't have a tragedy on our hands. Instead of praising their skills, highlighting the team that saved his life and all the support of the players and coaches and both teams. Everybody's helping with family members, travel, it was so many people helping as a community. It was sad to see how all of that was forgotten, omitted, and just literally abandoned. Seriously, all of it was abandoned. It was very telling. Like right now, they're saying there's 32 people in here and only 4 people have said something in the chat. Come on, let's be honest. We know what time it is. But the double standard is, let's use this guy's almost dying for publicity. Let's use it to push an agenda. Why? Now, the liberals are trying to use him to make what statement? What is the statement that you're trying to make? That's where I'm getting at. That's where my confusion comes in. What is the statement that you want to make? What's the message? I can tell you what the message looked like on my end. The message looks pathetic. I can see if you're like praising this young man because you're proud of him for what he went through and the fact that he's back on his feet. And you're just proud to see that. I understand praising that. But putting him up, propping him up for a liberal, whatever they trying to pull. I just don't want to see them Kaepernick him. Eternal, this company, I guess, that made this jacket, which aggravated some people who actually saw the jacket and saw Christ on the cross and had his face all distorted and all this stuff. Like, they just made fun of his face and had him on a cross. Offended people that he was wearing this jacket. He never saw the back of the jacket, really. He just put it on. He thought it was a religious symbol. Everyone else thought this was blasphemous. So he apologized because that was the last thing he wanted to promote. But what they were trying to do is it was specifically chosen, that jacket, for him to wear. Because they're trying to use him as a martyr to say, oh, this man came back to life like Jesus. I hate this marketing. It's no character, nothing, no morals, any code of conduct anymore. Just something that's just not even ethically like right about it. Like this idea would normally get thrown away. It wouldn't even be brought up. The one idiot that was brought up would be voted out immediately. Like, you would think this would be okay to do? That's the puzzling part. That someone would think this is okay to do. That part. Hey, what's up, Nene? Or Nene? Oh my God, literally, I was not happy. Was not happy seeing these things develop. Let's just say I was one of those who were disturbed, to say the least. Disturbed is a proper response to how I felt. You always want to make sure that when you speak to people, your words are piercing, or you want to make a statement. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure you're making a statement when you're speaking to people. You want your word to mean something. If you lie all the time, your words don't mean anything. If you lie all the time, when you talk, ain't nobody gonna believe you. It just gonna blow you off. So if you do happen to tell the truth, nobody's gonna care. They're not gonna pay attention. They're not gonna listen. Why would they? So you can never get taken seriously once you destroy your word. That's why your word is so important. That's why your bond is so important. All these things that they put in place are for reasons. As it was said thousands of years ago, the power is in the word. They say sticks and stones can break your bones, but words could destroy you for life. They love that story about the little boy who cried wolf. Then when he got ripped apart by the wolf, nobody came to help the boy. It's a very violent tale to put the shock and awe into you to realize you shouldn't be lying. Now I'll be, oh, it's just cap. It don't mean nothing. I'm trolling. That's why you will never get respected. That's why you never get taken seriously. Because you don't stand for anything. People have grown tired of useless people. The world don't need anymore. We've got so many useless people running around. The world don't have need for another useless person. want to go through that, though? Who's going to want to go through that battle? Not me. You could be hypocritical. It's not a problem with being a hypocritical person. But just to be blatantly lying for no reason. There's people that's hypocritical don't even know it. I don't believe I am at all. Because if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. It's just that people never listen. I had to call him back. SAG. I know. I try to tell people exactly what I'm going to do. And then I do it. The problem is people they don't believe it. And because they don't believe it, and why wouldn't they believe it? Because they deal in a world where people lie 24 hours a day for look at me attention. And because they do that, you have what you have. You have what you're left with. Most people lie to protect people's feelings. So I omit to not saying anything. See, people don't understand. You have a right to not say anything. I don't have a reason to lie. That's my thing. I'm never in a situation where I need to lie. It's always somebody that wants me to lie for them. And I go, whoa. Now, is that why are they talking about Westbrook when he's not a Laker no more? Because he's a Clipper. The direct opposition of the Los Angeles Lakers. But let that be another story. Everyone says I'm the biggest LeBron hater in the world, and I hate on LeBron, and it's not called for, it's not just. Look at everything that's happened. When he came to the Los Angeles Lakers, I told you what he was going to do. I said he's going to destroy everything on the whole Lakers team. He's going to destroy it. He's going to tear it down. He's going to ruin that organization. Now, if you think of the Lakers organization, you think of a joke. You think of them as a comic book strip team. They're a joke. A laughing stock of the NBA. With all of this money going out, giving away all of their draft picks. It's just like, what in the hell is happening to this team? Now they're capped. Next season, they're not doing the we got to start all over again and get a whole bunch of one-year players. Nope. Now they're capped because they got Hachimura. He's on the books. So you can't. You got his rookie deal is over now. So now you got to deal with him. There's no escape. See what I'm saying? You see how that worked now? There's no escape. You've got to deal with him. Yeah, they got about 3, 4, 5 guys now that's going to be there next year. So now you got a real team coming back next year. Y'all are committed. My Gilbert Arenas impersonation is comedy because he's a walking comic strip. Oh, Carcino. He runs behind Kwame Brown. Anything that Kwame Brown says, Carcino follows. Yeah, that's what he does. And he doesn't realize Kwame Brown doesn't know what he's talking about. He was supposed to be the star of the team. I have to come in and become the star in Washington. And that's why he's jealous of me. I'm like, they played like what, a year, 2 years together, maybe. And it's like they never really hung out ever since then. Like, no, you have not laid eyes on this man and been in the same room with Kwame Brown in about 15, 16 years. But he talks about him as if that was his best friend and they split up. It's crazy. Well, I knew he would play great. That's what I'm saying. When Russ played great, they ain't got nothing to say. He had one bad game, they on his head. It's the nature of this beast. Well, there's a difference between critiquing someone's game and just trashing a player. Like me, I critique LeBron's game and I completely trash him because to me, he's trash on all cylinders. So for me, I try to give him. Hello, breaker. Damn, I don't know what I did, but I done knocked it to a whole new language and everything. All it did was just fall. Oh well, I guess that means it's time to go. That was probably LeBron. He probably designed the app. He probably got an Ant-Man or something and shrunk himself and came in the car and kicked the phone over. Ugh! He changed it to a whole nother language. I don't even know how he did that. I'm never better. Grind time. Oh, you know it. Got some good games kicking off today. But it is what it isn't. Yet again. But on my Patreon, on VIP, we got a new series that just dropped today. First episode, Charlie Murphy's Bodyguard Stories. Part 1 is up right now. As I told you, we got stuff coming on the Patreon. It's Patreon only. It's never going to be on YouTube. So.
Oh, yeah. No, you get it off. Yeah. It's right here.
So, I'm going to holler at you. I'm out.